I would like them to be stopped.
We ready. We coming.
Are they letting them march?
How could you possibly get a negative from a positive? A bad tree cannot produce good fruit.
And they're just cresting the hill way down there. Looks like they're only going to disrupt one direction of traffic.
Laws are not being enforced today.
They said the gate was open, and I says it's not.
Either go to Como or up to Hoyt.
This is the main entrance of the state fair that you guys are allowing to be shut down.
I just want to go back home.
One politician said all lives matter and he's getting ridiculed for it.
I know. It's insane.
Who's telling you guys not to enforce the laws here today?
I really don't want you in the intersection, so if you want to go talk
But they
over
can be
there,
in the
let's
middle of
go.
the road. I can just stand in the middle of this road, right?
Go to a different gate.
Everything in Minneapolis has been pretty peaceful.
I think people have a right to their own opinion as long as they behave themselves and stay within the law. I feel perfectly safe.
They just decided to go ahead and block off an entire lane, an entire road. That's okay with you?
Yeah, it's okay with me.
That's breaking the law. That is breaking the law.
Black lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter.
Tear down Babylon, black people are the law. We ready. We coming. We ready. We coming. Tear down Babylon, black people are the law. We ready. We coming.
Long story short, we got a lot of rain.
There you go, sir.
This happened fairly fast.
We're out rescuing animals here in Granite City.
They just needed extra hands. I'm gonna push.
He's been stuck in there for 3 days.
He's like, oh, that's a KARE.
We just went and got this dogs for this really nice lady here.
As long as we get past this first speed bump here, this is our community, yes.
They're going to be warm. They're not going to freeze to death.
Hey, don't be afraid. And I know it's stressful. Nothing's gonna happen with it. To the right is the cul-de-sac, and this is what we refer to as the entering into the 300 block. There's hope here, and it will, like I said, this will end. This is just the way it is. It's Mother Nature, and today we're the butt of her joke. What kind of turtle is it? This will humble you fast. Right here in my fingers, that's the dry spot. The water does come up out here, but not like this. This is where the water was at its highest this last weekend when all this happened.
This is who we rescued. Her name is Grace, and she is glad to see her mom. She's sleeping. Hello, Grace. Say, I'm alive. I've survived the flood.
The wakes hit that plastic and it breaks it. Our trash was shared with everybody else's. It's time we stick together as a community and we'll get through this. We don't have much longer with this mess.
Inside the Spirit Wood in Issaquah, there is no shortage of spirit.
I think it's fantastic. We're all warming up for the win.
At 85 years young, Sandy Cavanero is one of the self-proclaimed oldest 12s. But the only numbers that matter here are the scores predicted for Sunday's game when the Seahawks take on the Packers.
40-0? I don't think so.
25-3.
But January isn't typically fun and games. Spiritwood workers call it the winter blues, where residents will deal with depression after the holidays.
Post-holidays is sort of a sad time or kind of a letdown time.
It's why this tailgate party was so important, as was the surprise guest of honor, Wilson, the 12th pony.
The lives that this little pony touches is the most incredible thing to be a part of.
So Wilson,
he was a rescue pony.
He's no Russell, but he can still rile up a crowd.
He's our lucky charm.
He is.
Aren't you, Wilson?
Are you our lucky charm?
Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That's some corn.
Despite his table manners,
he loves his corn.
No.
This Wilson takes his job as a therapy pony seriously, spreading Seahawks cheer.
You're all dressed today.
He is all dressed up.
Just in the nick of time.
Wilson is coming and visiting residents here to show his... Oh, come here, buddy. He came to Spiritwood to show some of his hawk spirit and to come visit people and make them happy.
We knew we had to kind of come through with a big party.
In Issaquah, Janet Kim, King 5 News.
breathtaking, stunning, and scenic are all words visitors might typically use to describe Seattle. But not always.
Germy.
Not in the brick alleyway beneath Pike Place Market.
Unclean.
Not in this spot.
Messy.
Where the walls are covered in saliva and sugar.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a little filthy down here.
A sticky and yes, icky attraction.
And we're putting our hands in our mouths.
That also happens to be one of the city's most popular.
I really don't know why it's such a fascination, but I think it's cool.
The BX for the Bronx.
I'll be the B.
I'll be X. The Clayman family came all the way from New York just to see it.
This was the thing that the kids were most excited about. We had to see the gum wall.
Look, Mom and Dad told them, but don't touch.
The big goal today was trying to keep the kids from planting their faces on it or eating any of it. That was the big goal.
And that's no easy feat. Oh! When the other big goal for anyone who comes here is to add your own gob of gum.
Yeah, that one stuck.
To this colorful canvas.
I didn't feel good. It feels like I need to go wash my hand, definitely.
It's a tradition that began in the early 90s among people waiting in line to get tickets to Market Theater.
Amy, did you put yours?
And over the years, the gum wall just sort of stuck around.
I like it. Kind of gives like a little bit of culture to Seattle, so it's kind of cool.
A work of art to some, while others work to understand the draw.
When I look at it, I think of germs.
And for the Claymans,
there's our B, now we need an X.
a chance to leave their mark.
Right there.
In the Northwest.
There we go. BX, Bronx, representing in Seattle.
Heather Graff.
That wall's crazy.
King 5 News.
You can definitely feel the weight behind you.
Ride along with Brandon Price.
Oh, yeah.
You learn a few things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm a 14-year-old trapped in a 42-year-old body.
Yeah, there's that. You also learn he's engaged. No wedding date yet.
There's a good reaction right there.
You'll learn he's been in the doghouse with his fiancée. True?
He says that, no.
Depends who you ask, I guess. Ask Brandon what makes him happy. Yeah, the fiancé, of course.
Oh, right, that part, yeah.
It's also this. He loves to see people's reactions as he drives by.
They'll give us a big thumbs up.
The thumbs up is for what's on his trailer. No, that's not a boat back there that just turned the corner. It's Brandon Price's obsession.
That's what you do in life when you have a passion.
You build something with your hands. This. What is this?
Definitely a labor of love.
Okay, here we go. Let's answer the who, what, where, when, why questions.
It's the why question I want the answer to. Of all things, why this?
Why not?
Why not devote 6 months of your life, 10 hours a day building an aircraft carrier miniature?
What do you think of this, bud? Cool. You give me a big thumbs up?
So this is the what?
Yeah, it's awesome. I would like to go and see a real one now.
An aircraft carrier modeled after the USS Nimitz, by the way.
What's that?
Where? Right here? That's the control tower.
So where did he build it? In his storage unit in Yelm. When? 9 years ago. How big is it?
21 feet from bow to stern and 8.5, 9 feet wide at the width.
What do grown men do when they see it?
Oh, mayday!
This.
Look out! Heads up! Incoming! It kickstarts the imagination. Hey, that was a good shot!
That was so cool.
That's the hard part, is landing short enough that you can stop on it.
Who helped him build it? His buddies. What's the best thing about this? Why was he in the doghouse?
I didn't feel she needed a VCR anymore, so we took that apart.
You'd be in the doghouse too.
Those bobbins were my grandmother's.
If you stole from your fiancée.
Those are bobbins off of a sewing machine.
Just to make the aircraft look more realistic.
I stole some of her necklaces and cut them all up, and she was real happy with me when I did that.
You go to your jewelry box and some things aren't there.
Right.
Spent plenty of days in the doghouse, slept on the couch. You did what to my what?
All is forgiven.
How much do you love this?
Pretty much the only thing I love more is my fiance. And I'm only saying that like that because she's standing right there.
Uh-oh. Doghouse again?
Nah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, good guy who just got a new job that will take them to Minnesota. Not all of them.
It's going to be very hard to part with.
Brandon's looking for the right person to donate his second love to.
I love you, darling.
Today, there were no takers.
My wife would kill me.
Who knows, maybe tomorrow you'll have better luck.
I don't have time for something like this.
The hopes is that we'll find that right person to donate it to, before I leave town. But time's ticking.
I think we answered all the questions we had answers to. You know, the who, what, where, when, and why.
I'll call her, but you got to ask her, okay? She'd probably like it from you better than me.
John Sharifi, King 5 News.
Here, throw the ball. When we first met Chad Koosman. Oh, good job. Things were a little different around here.
Right. Was a little bit of a bachelor pad. I didn't have one picture on the wall.
Just that deer mount when we walked in his house 5 years ago.
I would joke around with my mom and I would say, is all what I want for Christmas is a girlfriend.
Chad was too busy decorating outside. Chad's display has since tripled to 450,000 lights connected by 50 miles of wires and cords and anchored by 3 50-foot Christmas trees.
It was fate and it was all in God's hands.
No wonder the new girl in Wilmer drove out with her parents to see it.
I didn't know where I was going to find my wife, and then sure enough, the Christmas lights did it.
A year later, Chad proposed to Angie under the lights.
It was part of the saying I do. I said I do to Christmas lights too.
But in Chad, Angie saw something even more illuminating. As an 8th grader, he shoveled sidewalks in exchange for toys for the Salvation Army.
Hello.
Then became the kind of bell ringer who'd lock himself for 10 hours in the center of a revolving door.
Getting a little nauseated here.
To raise a couple $1,000s. But those lights, in just 8 years, have helped Chad and his volunteers
Thank you very much.
collect for Wilmer's Salvation Army donations of more than $400,000.
He's got a kind, amazing, giving heart that gives back to whoever needs help.
Even if that means lending a hand to the other couples who've been getting engaged here, too.
We took the Merry from the Merry Christmas. Instead of the M-A-R, it was the M-E-R-R-Y.
Funny how one can set his sights on giving,
Can you hook it?
and in doing so, receive.
Good job.
I was trying to celebrate the light of Jesus Christ. Well, he blessed me with my light of the world.
A house no longer empty, and a yard aglow in heart light.
I mean, life can't get any better than that.
Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News, Wilmer. On homecoming night, the Northfield High School Raiders need all the luck they can get.
Flag on the play.
Just 2 wins for the season against a team with just 2 losses.
Bingley's off to the races. He's got a first down in Raider territory.
Fortunately for the Raiders,
Go Raiders! Come on! Go get him!
luck is on their side.
Come on now, guys!
Line.
Block now! Block!
Though luck is not the first word, most people would assign to Larry Safner.
Hopefully we can win.
Larry was born with one arm missing and another that guaranteed he faced his share of challenges. His leg, not that one, but the missing one is another story.
There's a lot of rumors of why he's actually in his wheelchair. I'm not really sure.
We'll get to that. But first, you need to see this.
Head down. Atta boy.
Larry Safner is a one-legged
No.
kicking coach.
I got confidence in my boys. Atta boy. Most of my muscles were in my legs because I used my legs a lot.
Larry, in the bibs, grew up with those powerful legs he used to walk onto his school field, determined to play football.
The only way I could get a uniform was if I could make a 50-yard field goal. Yeah, I got my uniform.
40 years later, on a walk with his dog past Northfield High,
Ready? Okay.
he happened to share that very story
Attaboy, Foster!
with Bubba Sullivan,
Green 8! Hit!
coach
Put it up!
of the Raiders.
I said, well, if you ever want to come out and help us out, we'd love to have you. And it's been 20 years since.
No, you're getting under it.
Knowing all of that, From birth defects to kicker.
Got too far under it.
To coach.
He's probably the most positive person I've ever met.
Knowing all of that, this seems like a good time for you to also know how Larry lost that leg.
I was out bear hunting. I got my bear on Saturday and got shot on Sunday.
Another hunter had mistaken Larry for a bear and shot.
The whole front of the leg was gone.
Just 36 at the time.
It took a big part of my life away from me.
Larry spent 6 weeks in the hospital, then went back to work and back to raising his family.
I got my speech, I got my hearing, I got my eyesight, and it's just one less thing I have to overcome.
Did you notice Larry didn't say one thing more to overcome?
One less thing.
Yeah.
He reasons a leg already missing.
Who's going to be first?
Can never cause him problems again.
We talk about having an attitude of gratitude, and we've got a living, breathing example of that.
A long time ago, people used to tell magical stories.
An example Larry also shares as an elementary school volunteer.
She can't climb up.
Must have been a dozen times he told us this.
I'm a pretty lucky guy. I'm pretty lucky.
Perhaps the reason at homecoming.
Love you, hon.
Oh yeah, love you too, Larry.
Larry and his kickers had a little luck to spare. Some men go through life without taking so much as a punch.
Doesn't this feel better than losing?
It is. It is.
Larry Safner took a licking.
Yeah, Sabi. Way to go. I love you guys. I love you guys.
I love you too, Larry.
And keeps on kicking.
Oh, he's got a leg on him, don't he?
Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News.
Yeah, he's got a good leg on him.
Northfield.
I love them all.
Cold rain greets him. A handicapped van carries him. 9 days in the hospital, just sent to a nursing home. No laughing matter for anyone but Wally Pickle.
How you doing?
Especially when 600 people
Yeah!
are waiting for this. 88 and fresh off a nasty fall. Wally Pickle would no more miss a polka than Taylor Swift would miss a tweet.
Everybody knows Wally.
The soundtrack of Hutchinson since 1950.
He played for my wedding dance.
And he played for ours, and it's been 44 years.
And the laugh that doesn't quit.
There's no other one like it.
Come on!
We first introduced you to Wally 11 years ago. The McPhail Music School alum.
The middle one, I sometimes have to bend over.
Who rode the path of class clown. From Hutchinson to national TV.
I don't think there's nobody in the United States that's done it.
Wally was 76 when we did that story.
It's kind of a thing, you know, and it's mine.
A fitting cap on a career. Except Wally kept going as the milestones keep coming.
The 50th anniversary of the Pickle Patch.
Wally's Friday Polka Show.
Good morning, John. Hey, Wally, how you doing?
Has been on the air at Hutchinson's KDUZ for half
I'd still be there.
a century.
Thank you for sharing your music with this area for so many years. He is such a character, you can't help but love him.
Wally Pickle has spent a career lifting their spirits.
1, 2, 3. Whoop.
Now they're lifting him.
It's his community. It's his whole life.
Nice seeing every one of you.
They're going to show up for him.
Thank you.
Wally doesn't know it yet, but he's about to be honored.
A special quote.
For the 996 times
Oh, boy.
he's put away that laugh to bid farewell to a veteran with taps.
It's part of life.
A therapist is waiting back at the nursing home.
Here's Wally.
But he'll insist on one more song before they roll out Wally. For the gang's all here. Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News, Hutchinson.
When I left my house for a walk around Green Lake, I was definitely not thinking of revealing any personal secrets.
Think of a story.
Once in church, I pooped.
Oh. A story you know.
I like girls and guys.
And no one else knows.
I'm scared to death that I will not be a good enough dad for my 4 kids.
I talk a big game, but rarely do I deliver.
Now imagine taking that story.
I want to read this one.
And sharing it for all to see.
I crave love, but do everything in my power to ruin it.
This new board popping up at popular places in Seattle gives everyone the chance.
Some of them are.
To open up.
Wow.
Getting a little confession off your shoulders makes you feel pretty good.
Once you're done writing, you put your confession in the box.
I definitely don't want to be here when it's read.
And someone else posts your secret.
There's funny ones, there's really deep ones, there's really sad ones. I don't know whether to laugh or cry right now.
Like this one says, I'm terrified of getting old.
Oh my God, these are so sad. Who did this?
It's a creative concept sparked by a simple idea.
We just want to connect the world emotionally.
And it all started in this home near the University of Washington.
It reminds me of my days working back at the elementary school.
Every week, Samuel McDonald spends some time cutting confession cards.
My cutting skills are a little subpar at the moment.
McDonald and his friends are the brains behind this creation called Sandri.
The definition of it is the realization that each passerby and stranger has a life that's just as interesting and complex as your own.
Everybody has something on their chest.
So to prove their point, co-founder Anthony Jacob Bellows,
It's a fantastic idea. I'm so glad we did this.
took a big board.
It does provide some healing.
And gave people a place to speak their mind.
I'm not afraid to die, but I'm afraid to live.
I don't think I'll ever be faithful to anyone.
I confess to not always practice what I preach and to not always accept myself the way I do other people. May we all experience peace.
This is a good one. I survived a few times the suicidal attempts and DV. Now I remind myself every day how beautiful it is to be alive. Oh, I like that one.
I'm scared I'm never going to be able to show someone all of myself.
That's a good one.
If we weren't doing this and Sandri wasn't available to people, a lot of those stories would go untold.
It brings people together.
Joanna Dodge was one of many who wasn't about to tell us what she wrote.
I don't want anyone to know.
But she still had a lot to say.
It's so freeing to take something that you never thought that you could tell anybody and actually tell everybody without anybody really knowing that it's you.
People need a place like this.
I can relate to this one. It's not mine, but I can relate.
I've hit 3 pedestrians with my car. Oops.
I'm 18 and have slept with over 50 people. I don't know if she's bragging or not.
There are several reasons thousands visit Green Lake every day.
It makes me feel good because I feel like I'm not alone.
My best friend is marrying someone I hate.
This usually is not one of them.
I slept with my girlfriend's mom. It's something that happens.
But boy, do these people have a story.
I'm not wearing underwear.
Worth sharing.
The fact that you could put it down there and then run away.
In Seattle. Alex Rozier.
Escape your confession is kind of nice.
King 5 News.